This morning we had a networking breakfast, and the way that they had it set up was all the agents would basically get up from the tables that we were sitting at, and we would rotate clockwise to go talk to our networking partners. And these are like attorneys, home warranty people, roofers, etc. Right? The way that they would get us to go to the next table was they would ring a bell. So when I first came in, I ran into this man that I hadn't seen before. And he told me his name. I'm like, wow, nice to put a name to the face, because I've closed a couple sales at his law firm. He just so happened the table I sat at, his table happened to be the last one that I ended up at, sit right next to him. And so we're talking, and I asked, how long you been in the business? He said, 45 years. I said, okay, well, what'd you do before that? And he said, textiles. And he just lit up, and he started telling me all about it. And he started telling me where all in Augusta that there were different textile places. And my school, Georgia Military College, was whatever it was. And he's like, but you know what stood out to me? The cotton one. He said the cotton would be filthy. It would look like trash on one end. And then on the other end, he said it would be as white as snow. And I was like, well, what you mean by that? It would literally be like a ball of trash, and it will go through the process to become white as snow. And I'm like, oh, so you're saying that's why you were fascinated with it, because it started dirty and ended up white like that. And so I just started smiling. I was like, man, you mind if I ask you a question? And he said, yeah, go ahead. I said, you believe in Jesus? He's like, man, absolutely I do. And the bell rung. So we didn't really get to get into that. But all I asked him when we stood up, I was like, you getting what I'm saying? The craziest thing is that conversation even happening. The fact is, that literally is the process of what this looks like. Before we come to Christ, feel the way we talk to each other, the way we treat each other, and you might feel like you're a good person, but you and me both have all done some messed up stuff in our lifetime. Once you come to Christ, you're washed of all of that. Before Christ, your identity is sinner, right? After Christ, your identity is no longer sinner. You are who you are, whatever your name is. You go through sanctification, all that stuff like that. But you are made pure through Christ. And I just thought that was so cool and just random. Like, what are the odds? And him of all people, and I know we never gonna forget each other after that conversation. It was real simple, but very powerful.